Scotland's nationalists are against leaving the EU and are therefore aiming for a new referendum. But surveys show that the Scottish people are divided on independence. But first, tonight, don't forget to join Maximilian Robespierre in his live stream at 9:30 GMT. He invited me as the guest there today, so I'll see you there as well. September 18th, 2014 was supposed to finally clarify the question: should Scotland break away from the United Kingdom or not? The result of the independence referendum at that time was no. A total of 55% voted against Scotland's independence at the time. But then came 2016 and the Brexit referendum came too. The majority of Scots wanted to stay in the EU, but things turned out differently. Since then, head of government, the First Minister Nicola Sturgeon of the Scottish National Party, the SNP, has been trying to push ahead with a new referendum in order to be able to rejoin the EU as an independent country. Sturgeon emphasized this again a few weeks ago at the SNP Party Congress. Who do we want in the driver's seat when it comes to shaping Scotland's future? Should it be Scottish governments, whatever party elected by Scotland's people who care about Scottish interests? Or governments in Westminster that we have rejected over and over again? All evil comes from Westminster and the British central government there, so the tenor of the SNP. Scotland is sometimes ignored by them, sometimes patronised. Sturgeon demands that they finally have to get rid of this. We want to make sure that we rebuild the country in the way we imagine it, with kindness, compassion and equality, and not in the image of Boris Johnson and his Brexit supporters. The post-Brexit deal with the EU has not changed this attitude. In a statement on Christmas Eve, the Scottish head of government said that a deal is better than a no deal. But that shouldn't hide the fact that the British government broke many promises on the subject of fishing. This Brexit is much tougher than she and the people in Scotland had imagined at the time of the Brexit referendum. The only alternative for Scotland is now independence, says the head of the SNP, Ian Blackford, in order to then become part of the EU again as an independent Scotland, regain access to the internal market and the customs union, and offer the Scots things like free movement of workers or Erasmus. But another referendum needs the approval of the British government, and Prime Minister Boris Johnson does not want to give his approval under any circumstances. He does not want to go down in history as the Prime Minister under whom the UK fell apart. At the beginning of December, he declared in the House of Commons that Scotland had as much from Brexit as all parts of Great Britain. Along with the rest of UK, Scotland will benefit from many things. For example, regaining control over finances, borders and laws. And most importantly, as I never tire of stressing, Scotland will regain control of huge amounts of fish in their waters. However, the pressure on Johnson could soon increase. Parliamentary elections are due in Scotland in May, and, according to surveys, the SNP could get a clear majority again. A second independence referendum is to become the main topic of the election campaign, so that if the SNP wins, it can say that not only the SNP but also the people of Scotland are calling for such a referendum. British political scientist John Curtis believes that Westminster will have to give way on the issue at some point, if not next year, then by 2024 at the latest, when the next general election takes place across in the UK. According to current surveys, the Conservative government has lost many votes, among other things, through its corona policy. Political scientist Curtis therefore believes it is possible that there will be a minority government in the end, including the Scottish National Party, and that could increase the pressure enormously, Curtis told Times Radio. In such a constellation, the SNP would be able to say, either we get our referendum or we get up and leave. But the real question is, do the majority of Scots want independence from the rest of the kingdom at all? And it could get very tight. The last surveys show a majority in favour, but this is only a very close 52%. So this will really be an exciting issue for quite some time until we really have a result how this all works out. But we will see. If you want to stay informed, please subscribe to my channel and my other channels. I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.